Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Rowan, a Lyranwitch, and I'm going to be tuning in on a message that I got 2 days ago that actually woke me up. So before we get started, I would just like to give a shout out to everybody who's subscribed to my channel already. Thank you guys so much for being here. I always appreciate seeing you, and I love seeing your comments and hearing how these readings resonated for you. Additionally, welcome if you are new. I'm happy to see you here. There's been a lot of new faces lately, and I'm very grateful. So let's jump in. Just a quick note to everybody here, don't make this one fit if it is not for you. Don't make any of them fit if it's not for you. These are group readings. If you would like a private reading, you can look at the link that is in my bio, the little box below. Okay, so let's get started. We actually have... This message came through yesterday, and it started with an image, so I'm going to describe the image to you first. The image was that of a tattoo, and it was on an older man's arm. It was like, he was in his 40s or 50s, I don't know, I could just tell from the skin, and it was a white guy. It was a tattoo that looked like a thunderbird to me, like the indigenous mythological symbol. I actually drew it. So it has 5 lines in the wings going down. Can't fit my book on here, but you see what it looks like. I just wanted to show you just in case this resonates for anybody, because I feel that whoever this message is for, it's very important and it may be related to safety. Okay. So I woke up to this Thunderbird tattoo on the forearm or upper arm of some older man in his 40s or 50s. I immediately thought of like the Native American thunderbird, or maybe an eagle. The bird's head was facing left, and the guy had like freckles. He had freckly skin. So he was like very light, but you could tell he had been in the sun a lot. All right. So whenever I looked into this message, the first thing that I heard spiritually in my mind's ear, I guess, was the Tool song Schism. And we'll get to that in a minute, but I realized whenever I started looking into it, because I Googled that image, I was like, why did you wake me up with this image? This is very specific. Because I kind of woke up panicked, so I feel that this could be important for someone. I heard 1960 or 6T, like the number 6, letter T. So this could either be 1960 or this could be a 6T Thunderbird. So this could be somebody that has that bike or a Thunderbird car. This has to do with cars. Or like automobiles in some way, okay? This person could travel a lot. They could be from or related to the Southwest, like they might go to the Southwest at times. And I heard some other information. We'll get to that in a second. Let's get into the song lyrics that came up, because I looked up the lyrics to Schism by Tool, and I just want to read you a little bit of it in case you're not a Tool fan. But it's, I know the pieces fit because I watched them tumble down. No fault, none to blame. It doesn't mean I don't desire to point the finger, blame the other, watch the temple topple over. To bring the pieces back together, rediscover communication. The poetry that comes from squaring off between and the circling is worth it. Finding beauty in the dissonance. Cold silence has a tendency to atrophy any sense of compassion. So this is somebody who has a very cold heart. This man that I was tuning into, he may have a relation to the group that I was channeling the other day. So you can go back in my readings and check that out and see if that is related to your story, if you are resonating with this or understand who I'm talking about. And I feel like if this is for you, you're going to know who I'm talking about just from how I'm like these pieces I'm describing for you. This is something that you have been trying to figure out, possibly with I know the pieces fit because I watched them tumble down. So this might be something you've been aware of because things were falling apart in your life, either due to this person directly or indirectly, and you've been like tracing it back. Okay, because they're showing me somebody like following a string, like following a thread back to its origin point. There's something about the radio, like this person could listen to the radio a lot. That's kind of weird, but I don't know, might mean something to you. And something about them hanging out at a flea market. There was something about a flea market here. Additionally, they gave me a place. The place is Greenboro. They didn't tell me which Greenboro. Okay, so if that means something to you, go with it. We'll get to this after. Okay, we'll come back to that part. We're going to circle back. But those are the pieces I got at the beginning, and I'm going to get some additional information to kind of see what we're dealing with. I do feel that this man is part of that criminal ring in some way, because he's talking about there being a breakdown in communication, this desire to kind of watch the temple tumble down. So he has a connection to an occult practice, because the temple is an occult temple. I'm seeing somebody in like red robes in an abandoned warehouse. That was something I was tuning into. With the bear here, this is the energy of, this is typically a protection symbol, but this man's protection is falling away. So this could be part of the revealing that's been happening with this group that I've been tuning into, because I was tuning into this group a few days ago and being told that their whatever protections they had up, whether they were magical or more than likely like 3D protections by way of having interactions with cops or whatever, where they pay them off, whatever, that stuff is falling away now, and these people are feeling revealed. With the fire ants in reverse, this is like everything coming in on them, everything toppling down, and not understanding how to put it all back together. Bottom of the deck is the dragon, this feeling of being watched. And, I was tapping into this energy yesterday. I currently have this reading uploading to YouTube, actually, about how the earth herself, the energy of the earth herself, is actually wiping out and like creating scenarios to take out people who are trying to keep her and her children, the people who are meant to serve her, which is us, the light workers. She's watching them. The earth spirits are watching them, and the divine elemental dragons are watching them and making scenarios that reveal them so that these forces come in on them. Being told to shuffle. Something else that is coming up here, there's a lot of serpent energy, first of all, because I saw the cobra at the bottom of the deck earlier. Here we have the cosmic egg here, which is, I'm sensing that this group is trying to protect their like nest egg of money or power or something like this. It's like they're still trying to cover this up. And you, whoever you are that resonates with this reading, you're a light worker. Like, you are possibly, somebody who has starseed connections or Syrian connections. You're an energy healer aligned with the unicorns. That energy of like, you might work with children or have children that you're very close with. And they have prevented you from doing your light work with the bee in reverse here. Like, they have been constricting you. And almost like, here's this, this is your auric field. And this is them constricting your auric field. This may be a man that's connected to, I'm feeling like this could have been an ex-partner of yours that was associated or aligned with this group, or even this could have been a member of their family. And that trickle-down energy from that affected them and therefore affected you. This could have been an abusive relationship. Bottom of the deck with the lion in reverse. The divine lion is Archangel Ariel. This can also be the Lion of God. You know, this could be Ascended Master Jesus. This could be the Lyran star beings. And then cut the deck with the Phoenix here and the camel. Whoever this is your protection. This is your connection to the divine coming in to assist you. They have been watching this situation and they are hunting these people down. And whoever this person is with this tattoo, this eagle tattoo, they know that they're being watched. They know that they're not going to rise like the Phoenix again. Look, we have the Cobra coming up again. They know that they've put off their ascension for like literally money, the golden egg in reverse, and now they're trapped. Now they're scared and they're trying to protect themselves. You can't make it up. Now with the camel in reverse here, this is the energy of like not knowing if you have the willpower to go through the desert again, to go without resources for long periods of time. This is somebody who, again, like, I was talking about the Southwest earlier. This person might be in the desert currently. They might be considering fleeing to somewhere in the desert. So take it as it resonates. But this person is considering going somewhere very desolate, and they're not sure they're ready for it because they're going to have to live on the run or like out of their car or something like that. Yeah, with the peacock in reverse, they're not able to like show their true colors anymore. They may be considering like taking on an alias if they don't have one already, whatever. With the lamb in reverse here, this is you coming up again out of being this like sacrificial lamb for these horrible people. And it's because your ancestors have been lighting a fire under your ass, I'm being told. That's specifically, somebody piped in and said that, an older man. So this could be like a grandfather energy, something like this. And I'm being told they know that you are meant to be free. This was something you were never meant to be a part of. And this group honed in on your energy because you needed money at some point. I'm specifically told that this was like a financial situation that was very dire for you, that had somehow involved you with these people. They took advantage of that, maybe knowing that. The snake and the dragon here. The snake, as I've said in other readings, is as close. This is like the dragons incarnate on Earth. The dragons incarnate as snakes. Okay? Snake is as close as we get to the dragon energy. And dragonflies are also aligned with them. But the elemental dragons are very much in your corner right now. And they are trying to awaken that energy in you because you have many, many past life connections to them. And if you are not already working with their energy, cultivating that within yourself and like awakening that part of yourself, it is past time for that. You may want to use sound frequencies to assist with this. This is sacral and solar plexus deactivation that has been done to you through SA, things like this, some kind of violence, okay? Yeah, the crows are showing up to kind of validate that. They're usually the ones who tell me about these sort of situations. I did see the raccoon flash through here, and we do have the vulture in reverse. Raccoon is about like wearing a mask, like trying to change who you are or how you present to people. And the vulture talks of helping you to get rid of the thing, like the parts of yourself that you may have had to live within in order to get through this. You are going to be like cracking through this hardened shell that you've been living in as you lived through this in order to return to your previous form, in the sense that it's not a previous form from this lifetime. This is a form that you haven't embodied in this lifetime yet. This is from past lifetimes, a much more empowered form. And other people are going to be able to see that now. Yeah, look, people are going to see how beautiful you are. There's not going to be this constriction anymore with this cosmic egg. The only serpentine force that you'll have with that is the dragons protecting you. This is a reversal of the previous way I read this card. This is going to be your beautiful energy protected by the dragons instead of eaten by these bastards. This is... Ugh. I hate channeling this group. That are the gatekeepers of Dark Nights of the Soul. They are the ones who assist humanity and who embody the energy of not knowing where you're going, having no fucking clue how it's going to turn out or if you'll be okay through it, and being able to rely on your sense of energy, your frequency senses, to move through that, which is your spiritual senses. These people do not have that ability anymore. With the tiger in reverse here, that aspect of them has been stripped away due to their bad actions. The Lion of God, these forces of justice, the angels, the dragons, the animal spirits, all of these different protector beings and guardians for the forces of light have stripped them of this natural ability that humans have to be able to navigate through their instincts and through their senses. It's like they are not going to be able to know when danger is coming, even if these are occult practitioners in whatever way. I just opened the deck to the camel in reverse again. They are not going to be able to move through this energy in an enduring way. And they know that. So if you're cross-watching and you're one of these people, good luck. Can't skip through it. You can't, like, hack this one. You know, this isn't a video game. If you choose a bad direction in this life, you may have to do a redo unless you redeem yourself through good behavior that is genuine. People aren't allowed to kind of like hack the matrix anymore. That was something that was a previous age. That's not allowed anymore. The fucking bat again. You can't make this up. And the emptiness. This is not something not being able to turn out the way you want it to turn out. This can be a negative. This can be a void. And this is the void in these people's spirits. That the normal thing that would be there, that faith, sorry, I keep hitting the camera, that faith energy that usually sees people through Dark Nights of the Soul, gone. And the turtle on its back. There's going to be an entrapment scenario that I'm not allowed to dive into any further because I don't want these cross-watchers to know, and I'm not allowed to reveal this information to them. But there's going to be an entrapment that is unavoidable. This is the Wheel of Fortune it's turned in your favor now. You, light worker. And we have the frog here. This is somebody not being able to overcome this. This is, you can't jump over this obstacle. They want to speak of your spiritual protection, like your sense of defense. Because right now, whoever you are listening to this, you might feel that your ability to defend yourself from these type of people is gone. Like there's this, two of them, oh my god. There's this real sense of like having no clue how to rebuild after dealing with this person or this group. But Spirit is reminding you that your boundaries do still exist. The mountain lion are the keepers of boundaries. They are the fierce protectors of your survival. And you have embodied this before. Even if you are somebody who is beating yourself up for going into a freeze response during something traumatic or going into a fawn response, that is the energy of Mountain Lion, because Mountain Lion does whatever it needs to do to survive. And that fierceness comes later for some people. For some, it happens instantly. For some, it opens later through building, through development and growth. This is in the same way that the ascension path, or like quote unquote enlightenment, kundalini, whatever you call it in your tradition, in the same way that can happen instantaneously for some, or take forever for others, take years and years and years and years. Not that anyone's ever done. But in the same way that initial like awakening and burst of energy that goes up the spine can happen, this is the same thing with survival, especially if you are somebody who has been programmed or raised in such a way, or exposed to things in such a way, even as an adult or a young adult, that have been meant to show you or convince you that you have no protection anymore, and you have no ability to claim your sovereignty, control your life, direct the outcome of any situation around you. That's all an illusion. That's not to say that help always comes, right? But those times are over, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that the things that you've been through were helping to awaken you, and that your spiritual abilities are so powerful that it's like your drive to know about this and understand this and move through this to the next phase of your life is casting so much energy towards divine justice that is part of what is allowing spirit to step in and really like arrest these people's development fully and take them out. I just heard of this earth plane. Okay, I just had a bunch of these come out. With Buffalo in reverse here. Buffalo is your life path. This is your north node path, which is what you're meant to do in this lifetime. It's your highest calling. You need to find this again. I'm actually hearing, though, that I shouldn't have worded it that way. They're saying you already know what this is, but it's like you were putting, but I can't do this, but there's always a way, is what I'm being told. It's like, how much do you want it? Like, you've been through so much shit. Why is this the thing that you're not granting yourself? You've literally survived so much crap, is what Spirit is showing me, like crazy scenarios that you can't even tell people about. I'm not going to share details. They're showing me a few things that are about entrapment, or being confined in many ways. We're not going to get into it, but this is what I'm being told. Is like, this is not the thing that you need to keep putting in your own way. Like, get out of your own way. There's always a way to start something. It's not going to look the same way as somebody who's been doing that thing for 10 years. But you have to like start aligning with it each day. Make a small step towards it. Whatever that thing is for you. Whether that's going back to school for something, like find a smaller program. Find a program that's related, even if it's not that'll move you towards that thing. If, money is an issue, make it, find a way to make money that's creative, that doesn't drain the crap out of you. Or find a creative outlet if creativity is your thing. Whatever it is for you, start somewhere. And Spirit is saying wherever you start, it's like the wind will be at your back, moving you forward, because they want you to align with your north node. And you know this already. I feel like I'm not telling you anything new. Because with this blank upright, this is up. You can go anywhere with this. This is a positive outcome. This is possibility in a good way. Really 8 of Cups energy. Like having a lot of choices, being able to decide where you want to go. But with the Fox, you have so much imposter syndrome, especially with Squirrel in reverse, about like not having resources or like access to material things to make something happen. Like, I'm just going to use the example of the YouTube channel because this is what they want me to use. It'll be an easy example. if you some want to have a show at some point, whatever that looks like for you, start with a YouTube channel. Make crappy videos on your phone. You know, it doesn't matter. As long as your heart is in it, people will watch it. Don't worry about the quality. Don't worry about how good it looks to other people. That stuff comes later. It's important that you start whatever this thing is. And even though you have this imposter syndrome, oh, I can't do it, it'll never work out, it's a waste of time. It's not a waste of time if you like it, first of all. Second of all, I'm here to fake it till you make it. Like, you can't necessarily make imposter syndrome go away without doing that to some degree. Like, you've been through so much. I feel like this imposter syndrome is something that you can't help at this point because you're dealing with a lot. You've been through a lot. A lot of people have stood in your way, and a lot of situations have stood in your way. So it's time to fake it until you make it. You're going to be uncomfortable when you start this North Node thing, but if you enjoy it, the discomfort will fade over time. They're saying, I can't believe how many times Bat has come out in this deck. It's ridiculous. I never see Bat come out this much. With Bat here, in reverse, it's like it's like you keep putting yourself into these dark nights of the soul through your imposter syndrome. You have to let it go. There's a certain point of just trying anyway, doing anyway. I'm not saying it's easy, it sucks. It really does. But with Bear, when I split the deck here, you're protected. Like, Spirit is going to step up and protect you from... They can't protect you from yourself, they're saying, until you get started. Once you get started, then they can start protecting you from there. Then you get this protection, this shield. And then you'll be able to build. With Beaver being 22 as well, you will meet the correct people at that point, but you have to start to meet those people. Like, those doors can't open themselves. You have to start opening them and going through them anyway, even if you were the worst at that thing. Just start. Everybody starts as the worst at their thing. Whatever that thing is. Alright, so I just split this deck before I even went on to shuffle, which is what I was about to do. I was 100% honest and vulnerable. So Spirit is speaking of times that you have tried to move forward on your North Node before, and I feel that you're weaponizing the defeats against yourself. Wow, I just split the deck again, alone in reverse here. So it's like you were going through a lot of stuff alone where people have ghosted you, people have ostracized you for no reason, told you couldn't do something, just really tried to like take you out, maybe even taken property from you, or screwed you out of opportunities or resources you needed to make your thing happen. And this has really affected you being able to find your hell yes in life, which is your North Node purpose, or being able to think it was possible. You've abandoned it. So, I mean, it makes sense why. But again, they don't want you to give up on this. This is something that will help a lot of people. Even if you think like, oh, my thing is just for me. Everything that you do affects other people. Even if it's not in like a public way, so to speak, the people you interact with will be affected by you in a good way, just from your energy changing because you enjoy what you're doing. You know, it could even just be like how you affect your kids or your family or your partner or whatever, even your animals, if you have nobody else, right? They're also saying that one of the ways that you can build yourself up through this process is, you know, it could be like literally taking a picture to remember the steps along the way, but it's like documenting your journey in some way, whether it's note-taking, literally taking pictures, just stopping and noticing things, like capturing a moment will assist you a lot. The last message that they want me to get into here is that it's okay to let this situation go. I feel like this person is already out of your life. I was going to say like they might be on their way out of your life, but Spirit keeps being like, no, they're already gone. So I feel like whoever this resonates for, this person's already gone. It's okay to let this go now. You are safe. And they're saying that working with the plant medicine of elder will assist you with any nightmares. Whether that's actually physically acquiring it or just simply calling on the energy of the plant in your meditations, in your dream space, drawing it, looking at pictures of it, and just sitting with its energy and asking for advice. This will really assist you because just like the animals, the plants also have this angelic quality where you can call on them and they will assist you. So, I'm going to clear after this. That is what I have for you guys. I hope that this message gets to whoever needs it, and that you can feel more protected, because this is some heavy stuff. This organization might be still in your field energetically, but they are not allowed to interact with you physically any longer. They might still be doing petty stuff, not this individual, but there might still be like pettiness, but there's no like big thing that they're allowed to do. Like the Wheel of Fortune has almost completely shifted them out of your life, okay? So keep that in mind. Please take your time with your healing. Don't rush yourself. It will take time. And, step onto that North Node purpose. I feel like people really need to hear who you are. They need to know who you are in whatever way that looks like for you. It's very important. So I'm sending you guys so much love. If you need to connect with me one-on-one for coaching, mentorship, readings, energy healing, any of that good stuff, you can find me through my website, which is listed in the box below. I have my email set up through my website, so I like to know who I'm going to be interacting with. I don't have a checkout on the website. It will go to my email, so feel free to reach out to me. Do take a look at the website if you need that, because I have all the details there, and it really helps to speed up the process of working with you guys. So I hope this assisted. Sending you guys love, and I'll see you in the next one.